Welcome to Hacker Hacks, your go-to podcast for everything cybersecurity and hacking. Today we've got a range of topics from critical vulnerabilities in major software to the latest breaches and even a new cybersecurity law in Myanmar. Stay tuned as we break down the latest security threats and what they mean for businesses and individuals alike. A critical LDAP vulnerability. CVE-2024-49113 discovered in Microsoft's Active Directory poses a serious risk to Windows servers, potentially allowing attackers to crash multiple servers simultaneously. This flaw, which was patched in December 2024, can be exploited to trigger a denial of service attack and in some cases to gain remote control execution. LDAP is used by Active Directory for directory services, and servers without recent patches remain vulnerable. The vulnerability is particularly dangerous because attackers can exploit it to target domain controllers, directly bypassing the usual steps of compromise. While there is no confirmed evidence of active exploitation, experts warn that the release of exploit code suggests a heightened risk. Administrators are urged to patch affected systems immediately or apply compensating controls such as LDAP and RPC firewalls to mitigate the threat. Chinese state-sponsored hackers recently breached the US Treasury Department, gaining access to the computers of senior officials. The hackers infiltrated unclassified material stored on laptops and desktops, including drafts, notes, itineraries, travel documents, and internal communications. While approximately 100 government computers were compromised, the hackers did not access the department's email system or classified information. The breach occurred through a vulnerability in a software provider Beyond Trust Inc., which provides managed access software. The Treasury Department has since taken action to address the breach. Although Chinese officials have denied involvement, this attack highlights the growing cybersecurity risks to sensitive US government agencies. The hackers targeted key Treasury offices, including those handling economic sanctions. RansomHub, a ransomware group, claimed responsibility for breaching MetLife's Latin American division on New Year's Eve, leaking documents as proof. The leaked files included internal MetLife documents such as crisis and treasury, committee minutes, company IP addresses, and executive paperwork. However, MetLife denied the breach, stating that no incident affected its Latin American division. The company acknowledged a separate incident involving Fondo Genesis, a financial services firm in Ecuador owned by a MetLife subsidiary. MetLife clarified that Fondo Genesis operates independently from its main systems, limiting the impact to just that subsidiary. RansomHub, a relatively new but prolific ransomware group, has been responsible for a significant number of attacks since its first known victim in February 2024. Dell Technologies has introduced new solutions to help organizations accelerate AI adoption, simplify deployment, and improve performance in multi-cloud environments, particularly with Microsoft Azure. Key offerings include Dell Apex File Storage for Azure, which provides enterprise-class performance and scalability for AI workloads, and Dell Apex Protection Services, delivering AI-powered data protection and cyber resilience across edge locations and data centers. Additionally, Dell offers advisory and managed services to enhance cybersecurity, including CMMC compliance and managed detection services. These advancements aim to accelerate AI innovation, improve data protection, and enable faster recovery from cyber threats while simplifying management and deployment for customers using Microsoft environments. In Florida, 6 major cybercrimes targeting seniors were dismantled by the Attorney General's Cyber Fraud Enforcement Unit over 3 months. 7 cybercriminals were apprehended and nearly $2.4 million in stolen cryptocurrency was recovered, with over $100,000 already returned to victims. 3 schemes specifically targeted older Floridians, including identity theft and fraudulent activities. Notably, Tamer Elia, a bank employee, stole personal data from seniors, while Jose Batista ran a grandparent scam. Additionally, the CFEU shut down a fake crypto trading site. Other cases involved identity theft, with criminals using stolen identities to secure loans, purchase vehicles, and intercept company funds. Attorney General Ashley Moody emphasized the importance of protecting Floridians from evolving cyber threats and released online resources to help avoid scams. A 20-year-old US Army soldier, Cameron John Wagenius, was arrested and indicted for the unlawful transfer of confidential phone records, including those of President-elect Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris. The hack occurred in May 2024, when third-party cloud platform Snowflake was targeted, compromising accounts with single-factor authentication. The hacker, identified as Kyberfan0M, later bragged on breach forums about stealing the call logs. Wagenius, stationed in South Korea at the time, was arrested in December 2024 near Fort Hood, Texas. He is accused of selling and transferring the phone records without authorization, violating U.S. law. Cybersecurity expert Allison Nixon, who tracked down Kyberfan0M, faced harassment and threats from the hacker. Myanmar's junta has enacted a cybersecurity law that penalizes the unauthorized provision of VPN services commonly used to bypass internet restrictions and access independent media. The law, effective January 2025, aims to prevent cyber attacks and regulate online activities that threaten national security. It imposes up to 6 months in prison and fines for unauthorized VPN installation or service, and similar penalties for distributing inappropriate information or operating illegal online gambling systems. The law also applies to Myanmar citizens abroad who can face punishment for offenses committed outside the country. Critics argue that the law threatens privacy and freedom of expression, with concerns that it will be used to suppress opposition and obscure the junta's actions. Thanks for listening to this episode of Hacker Hacks. Be sure to follow us for more updates on the ever-evolving world of cybersecurity. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll catch you next time.